Hi, my name is Blair Castro and I'm running for Gulf Shores City Council, Place 5. I'm originally from Pensacola, Florida. I moved here a little over a year ago and I love living here. It was always my dream to move to Gulf Shores. I'm a mom. I have a daughter in middle school here at Gulf Shores Middle, and I have a son who is heading off to college this summer. I live here with my partner, and about a year ago we started our own podcast where we started investigating government inefficiency here in Baldwin County. So for the past year we've been assessing systemic failures and what we feel are areas of improvement for this community. I'm also a law professor. I have a law degree and a background in law where I teach undergrad law at Pensacola State College. I'm a small business owner. I own my own PR and marketing firm where we work for a lot of candidates who are actually running for office. I ghostwrite and help with their platform points, with policy initiatives, and other areas that need writing and content development. One thing I'm exceptionally proud of is the work I've done for other municipalities and governments, particularly across Northwest Florida and some in Central Florida. I have a background in writing policy and giving advice as a consultant to different municipalities, and I think we've been really successful in that respect. Something I'm really proud of is the fact that I received 4 degrees, including 3 graduate degrees, by the time I was 24 years old, including my law degree that I got at the age of 23. So I've been working professionally since my early 20s in the areas of law and media and marketing and outreach. I think I bring a really unique blend of legal expertise and policy background together in a way that other candidates might not be able to. I'm also the only candidate who's actively teaching in a classroom at the college level, and I think those qualities make me unique. Something else I did was in grad school, I went and did a semester abroad where I got trained as a certified religious conflict mediator. So I have mediated conflicts in the old city of Jerusalem in the Middle East, where I feel like conflict resolution is key. I know how to handle high stakes conflicts in a way that other people might not be able to, or they might not have that same perspective. And I think I can bring those skills here to Gulf Shores when it comes to mediating and resolving conflicts here at a local level. I actually have 12 core goals for the future of Gulf Shores that I have on my website, blaircastro.com. I won't get into all 12 right now, but I'll highlight the top ones that I think are really important. Of course, number 1 is managing growth. I'd actually like to halt the growth temporarily. I do support a temporary moratorium on high density builds, and even more than high density, I support a moratorium on residential builds that all contain a lot of units or that don't have a lot of community input. I think it needs to be a case-by-case basis, and we need to evaluate it in a way that truly allows the infrastructure to catch up. So the second part of my goals would be tied into growth and development, and that would be fixing the traffic congestion. I believe a lot of it can be fixed with red light timing, especially along Highway 59. I believe that the parking congestion is severe. So those are obviously the top goals here that residents continuously approach me and want help with. The second goal would be to streamline access for small businesses in terms of getting them micro grants, getting them alternative ways of funding, cutting some of the red tape so that they can get their licenses all in one location. I'd like to work with other municipalities to perhaps open and create different satellite locations where, when we're working with the county or we're working with the state, there's information all in one centralized location. I think those things can really make small business more efficient and life for our residents improved. Another area I'd like to really focus on is actually building the Coastal Gateway Park. I know that project is fantastic and it's been approved, and I'd like to actually break ground or start, and if we have all this money in reserves, I think some of it should be used to start building that right away. The residents up north really want that and want to see some progress there. 2 more things that I really wanted to highlight and focus on was cybersecurity. I'd like to fund our police in a way where they have access to the highest quality cybersecurity tools. Actually, I have a cybersecurity platform on my website that utilizes AI decoys and helps us predator-proof Gulf Shores. I believe this should be a place where predators never want to set foot, where they don't even fathom coming to Gulf Shores because it is so out of the realm and they know that they will be caught. And we have the heart and the willingness to do that with our police. I want to give them the technology and the tools to make that possible. Well, I definitely support a moratorium, and I support halting the growth here in Gulf Shores. We need a pause that goes for a minimum of 1 year, I believe, with the ability to reevaluate that at the end of that year, look at the information we have, see how our infrastructure is holding up. We cannot have unchecked, unbridled growth here in the city. Residents do not want it. Tourists do not benefit from it as they can't access one place to another. I really believe that that is the number 1 issue, and that if we're not willing to address that continuously, not just during election season, but continuously address this issue with parking, with utilities. We've had power outages all the time now, and I know that is a county thing, but in terms of the county, we need to be able to work with them to get them on the phone and to get utilities fixed and running upright automatically. Also in terms of water, in terms of sewage, we need roads, we need fire and safety to have access. So many times I'm driving on Highway 59, I see an ambulance or first responder, they can't get through because the traffic is blocked and there's nowhere to pull off the side of the road. These are simple things that I think, well, they're not simple, but these are issues that are very obvious that need to be fixed before we should ever put up a new subdivision or a new development. Getting access to public safety and infrastructure should come before any other items in the budget. Public safety, infrastructure, before economic development, before anything else. I really believe that that is the top priority, because without that, you can't have a thriving, livable community. In terms of growth too, growth is not evil, growth is necessary, and we need it, and we love tourists, and we need these things to continuously come in our community. So I'm not saying we don't need it at all, but I am saying that we need to check it, we need to pause it, and we need to evaluate it properly before it continues on.